Yeah, ask me how. నీకు ఏదో డౌట్లు ఉన్నాయన్నావు కదా, అడుగు.
Yes, sir.
You can ask me.
Couple of points like what I'm talking is right, what I'm doing is right, what I did is right. It's a kind of a mindset that we usually have. Okay, maybe I'm talking to someone, I'm telling something. I always feel that, okay, as a human being, I always feel that whatever I talk, whatever I do is correct, and I expect someone to follow me. For example, I eat some good food, millets, I go for a run, I do some biking, or I talk something.
Yes.
I'll be in a perception that I'm good. And also, let us say, if I visit any other countries, the culture, their custom, or somewhere even in India, I go some North India, I see something, I always feel that that's something different. Whatever I experience, I feel that I'm correct. So what does it takes to talk like that? Why a human being thinks so? Why can't it be a balanced conversation?
Yeah, it's a very good question. Actually, what happens is, we feel what you think is right. We feel what you do is right. Isn't it so? Why it happens? Basically, you can call it as maybe even as a part of instinct. I'm not sure, but maybe it's a part of instinct, because every human being thinks that, after all, why he thinks in such a way, why he talks in such a way, why he behaves in such a way, mainly because he thinks it is right. Isn't it so?
Okay.
That is the starting point. Because we select a thought, we select a behavior, because we think it is right. Whether it is right or not, that depends on so many factors.
Okay.
But still we think it is right. Because based on our knowledge, based on our information, based on the environment in which we grew, we select certain thoughts, we select certain behaviors. And because we think they are right, we have selected. Otherwise, why would you select? Why would you select? That is the normal mentality. But the problem is not that if you think you are right, it is not a problem. But if you think I am only right, that's a problem. If you think others are wrong, it's a problem. Because you may be right or wrong. After all, frankly speaking, actually, I may be right or wrong. Why? Because, see, I am not the standard, I am not the universal standard, I am not the international standard. So I may be wrong.
My point is here.
No, let me complete this thought. The problem is, it is quite possible that I may be wrong, or you may be wrong, or anyone can be wrong. Then why should I think I am only right? So I have a right. I can think based on my experience I am right. That's why I am following. But always you should keep an eye of reviewing mode also should be there. So I am thinking it is right, okay, but is it really right, or there is something else I have to know and modify my behavior, my thoughts? Obviously. Because why we tend to learn things from others, from teachers? Because there is something to know, we feel. Isn't it? That something may be even to correct your thoughts, even to correct your behaviors. So that is the point. So here the essence is, you can think you are right, no problem, but don't think others are wrong, and don't think you are only right. So That is the essence. Now you can have another question. If you want
what makes me, while discussing with others, what makes me a little dominant, and I might, again the same question, like why I would think that, you know, I'm, what my experience, what my knowledge, learning is right.
is superior to others.
Yeah, superior to others.
Is superior to others.
My
insist
mind
on
already processing. I'll give an example. Like, you know, while you are talking, my mind could not wait for it. It's already started processing. Gopi Krishna is talking about this. I have to answer. I have to contradict. I have to interrupt. My mind was already processing in the background. To be honest with you already spoke about 1.5 minutes. In the 1.5 minutes, I could only focus 40 seconds of it. The rest, my mind is already processing. Maybe, as I said, it can be an ego, it can be a, I don't understand what it is. But my mind is already started processing to contradict you, to interrupt you, to differ you. Okay? My mind could not tolerate, could not be patient enough that, you complete and I understand and then question you. Okay? So that means that my mind is already chattering that I want to, jump on you, saying that, okay, maybe jump is not the right word, I want to jump on your words.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I could not wait for it. So in the same way, maybe first, why it happens, or why I can't wait for that 1.5 minutes?
Here also I think what is at play is our survival instincts in another form. That because you have invested in your thoughts and behaviors and experience so much that you don't want to believe or agree that it is wrong.
Okay.
So you want to protect your thoughts and behavior, and half of it is right. Because after all, why you built up those thoughts and behaviors? Because you thought right. After so much analysis you must have done. Quite possible. Not maybe in the case of light thinking people or casual people, but in the case of all serious people, they invest in a thought because they analyzed it so much. They have seen so much. So they don't want to let go of it. That is the problem. That is a survival instinct. In a form it dominates. So what I think is, that is an instinct. But we grow only by overcoming our instincts, only by controlling our instincts, only by reining our instincts. So then, this is the biggest human problem, what you said. That is, when I am talking, you are listening for a few minutes or a few seconds. Then you start analyzing your thoughts and thinking and what is wrong in this man's argument, I have to counter it, like that. It goes on.
Yeah.
In that process, what happens is, the latter part of the communication is lost.
I lost, because I am not focusing what you are telling.
Exactly. So that is the biggest human problem, I think. Because, whatever thoughts we have, if we want to have better thoughts, we want to grow from whatever we are, the first and foremost beginning point is to listen. Nothing else can work without listening. We may accept it or we may not accept it. We may counter it. And actually I may be wrong. What I am saying may be wrong. But only when you listen it completely, and when you are able to find from your thoughts the real basis to counter my argument, then you can present it in a beautiful way, and then you can even prove me wrong, which I will accept. Because in my case, my thought is open process. I very, very strongly believe in my thoughts, but always keep the door open, because I may be wrong. After all, it is a common sense. Nobody believes it, but it's a common sense. Anybody can be wrong. Nobody is perfect. except God. So that is the way we have to listen and process completely. Then I may be wrong, you may be wrong, or we both may be wrong, and find a synthesis.
Okay, I have immediately, sorry, two questions before I forget. One question is that dependent on you, on the person to person? Let us say, if I am talking to you, I may interpret, I may process differently. If I am talking to someone else, let us say I have an opportunity or chance to dominate them, right? I may be a little aggressive. No, whatever my experience is right, correct, you don't know. I might be in that state. But if I'm talking to you or to my friend, maybe I'll be in a discussion mode. I'll come down. Hey, come on, let's work together, discuss together. I saw the differentiation. I saw the difference. Like so again, I believe that is also ego plays a little there, because I'm a little superior. What you just mentioned, right? Yeah, I'm superior, and I start. My conversation would be a little aggressive, little dominant. So that I observed. And all our night discussions or now whatever that we are discussing, right? I don't see it in me now, because I'm already in a balanced state. Okay, Gopi Krishna definitely might be knowing better than me, or definitely might have done his own analysis or experience or whatever it is. So I don't know whether it is I respect you or no, or it's a non-obligatory discussion, what I told you yesterday night.
Yes.
I don't know what really matters here. So what do you think? Do you think it's a non-obligatory discussion, that's why I'm talking like this? If it comes a discussion with my relatives, or it's an obligatory discussion, maybe I'll be a little bit aggressive and dominant. Do you think that works?
As you said, that non-obligatory part, in the sense we discuss, we agree or disagree, no further links attached. That also plays a part.
Okay.
But most importantly, what happens is, you asked in the beginning itself, that is, when I am talking to you, I am in a different mode, not in aggressive mode. But when I am talking to some other people, I will be in aggressive mode and dominant mode. Obviously it happens. Why? Because, see, what is said is not as important as how you say. Or to frame it in other ways, how you say is far more important than what you say. How you say is far more important than what you say. That means, even if you are talking about Bhagavad Gita, if you are talking in an aggressive way and insulting the other person, you don't know anything, if you say, you will simply shut the communication. So, how you say is far, far more important than what you say. Some people say, I am very open, I talk very bluntly. In Telugu it is there, Kunda Badala Kottinattu Maatladtanu.
You don't need it. You just, we discussed in the morning that you don't need that Kunda Badala Kottinattu.
That's not required. See, you need not Kunda Badala Kottudu. Kunda is meant for a different purpose. Respect it. Have water from it. Being blunt is no virtue. It is a weakness. Some people say.
So it's a kind of another escape mechanism.
That's all. Being blunt is not a virtue. The thing is, see, my tongue is harsh, my heart is butter-like thing. That can be. That's a possibility. But the fact that the tongue is harsh is no proof of your butterly heart.
No one knows it.
It can be.
It can be.
But the people who talk bluntly and harshly, they will take refuge under the argument that, see, I talk harsh, but my heart is butterly. Not necessarily. So what I am saying is, when you speak to people, a lot depends on the other person also. Because how he communicates. Suppose I am communicating in a way that is appearing nice to you. So you respond differently. And if other person talks to you in a different way, obviously you change your mode, aggressive mode, soft mode.
As I said, one thing also I observed that it's also depends on the other person. Like, is there an opportunity for you to dominate? Is there an opportunity for you to be aggressive? If that guy or that human or that person is, let us say, is a little lower profile than you or higher profile than you, that based on that also my conversation depends.
That also. The very common thing is, suppose you are talking to our teacher, definitely you will be in a different mode.
Yeah, right, sure.
You are talking to your MD,
Yeah.
maybe spiritually inclined, that person also, but it will be in a different mode.
Yes.
When you are talking to me, it will be different.
Yes.
So that profiling as per our thought process will be different. But more than that, when you become aggressive, why you want to become aggressive? Again, survival instincts. You want to protect something.
Yes, survival
You
and
want
ego.
to protect something because your thoughts and the process are challenged. The words, see, when they are challenged, you are in a protective mode. But even maybe indirectly I am challenging your thoughts, some of your thoughts, but you are not in protective aggressive mode. Why? Because you are not seeing a threat. In my challenging your thoughts, you are not seeing a threat. You are seeing only a presentation of the fact or truths as I know. So you don't feel any threat. So you don't feel any necessity to be aggressive. That is the reason.
Okay, then one point. Even sometimes I'll be little dominant, aggressive, though I don't have any threat with other person in my conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened.
Okay.
So I don't think that the threat always always there, because so I don't know, it's my profile or my mindset that I just be aggressive because I believe in few things that I am correct, because I don't have any threat with other person, but still sometimes I'll be a little aggressive and dominant. Why?
Yeah, I will answer that question. Yesterday I told you two concepts: state anxiety, trait anxiety.
Trait anxiety.
Anxiety related to a state of the situation or event, and anxiety as a trait.
Trait.
So here, aggression is a part of your trait, where when the aggression is coming, even without the perceived threat, so that means you have a trait aggression to some extent.
Okay.
Aggression as a trait. Why that happens? Because of our even we can edit if you want to be it private. You have got that aggressive trait because of your childhood experiences.
Okay.
I can say that. If you don't want to be in this
that's
part of
fine.
world, we can delete it also, no problem.
That's okay.
As a part of your childhood experiences, you faced very unreasonable aggression, isn't it? So that unreasonable aggression built up so many years made you to think that, see, they are always try to dominate me. I must dominate. So that sort of thinking may be acting in your being aggressive, where even the threat is not perceived.
I have one point, sir. I'll come in. I'll bring that point in a different way. When and why I get a little bit assertive and aggression on the point. Okay, this is a stone.
This is a stone. Yeah.
For you also a stone.
Yes.
For me also a stone.
Yeah.
Some third person also is a stone.
Okay.
If the other person comes and it's a stone, but it has its own structure, parameters, and all dimensions and all. First, I will say no. Please let us agree. That's a stone. That's where the conflict comes. In the same way, I visit some place, I eat something, I do something. I'll be more assertive and aggressive, which is mostly right. For example,
Okay.
if I go run, if I do some biking, if I eat something, I'm not saying that running is only the life, but running it can help
Yes.
in a different way. If someone cannot run, it's okay.
Yes,
If someone cannot eat something, it's okay.
yeah.
But the point is, the benefit and result will be the same and common. Most of in general, every person has to accept that it's a stone. First, let us agree on that one, and then let's think about it. It's black. It has its own dimensions and parameters. When the other person don't even agree that it's a stone, there I'll be losing my a little balance and say no, I know, I saw it, I visited that place, I know, I did this. No, that's where I'm little
Even
aggressive.
after saying like that, if the other person is still adamant on saying that it is something other than the stone, you are likely to get aggressive and
a
dominant.
little, yes.
That is perfectly okay. Then I can even withdraw my statement that this aggressive may be a part of your trait, not necessarily. Because the thing is, then it comes to a bit away from the aggressive trait, but a tolerance part of it only.
Okay.
Tolerance part of it. Tolerance part of is, see, in many cases we say, suppose in the case of racial discrimination, zero tolerance. In the case of corruption, zero tolerance we say it. There zero tolerance is okay. But in our case, for human beings or whatever it is in discussions when we are living in society, in many cases, some places zero tolerance is required. But other places, we have to increase our tolerance as to the extent possible. Because in our own interest. Because that person insists that it is not stone, it is something else. Though it is a stone, he is not affected.
Yeah.
Even maybe his some what we call self-boosting instincts which are unhealthy are being boosted by saying that. Because he is so blind to see the truth as truth and is building as something else and arguing with you means that is some psychopathological sign.
Okay, one more example.
And one more thing here, so what I say is, this is a question of tolerance only. To what extent I tolerate? Suppose in my case, same argument put by somebody. Then what I say is, I try to explain him, this is so. Probably you may have to have a look again. And then also he won't agree. Then sometimes I may say in more what we call more insisting way one time, or afterwards I leave it. I ignore it, that's all. Completely.
Okay. Better way to ignore it.
Better way is ignore. Because we are not getting anything by getting intolerant with him. He is getting the pleasure of intolerance. See, psychopathological sign is they feed on our discomfort or something like that. Suppose a narcissistic person, he feels happy if you are put to a lot of inconvenience. You know, like that. They may not be narcissistic, but they have some, by making and provoking others, they will feel some pleasure. That's also a possibility, not necessarily true. That may be one reason for insisting that person to be, it is not a stone, even though it is a stone. And another reason could be, maybe he is so, it is very black and white, this he may not say, but many things in psychology or
that's
in
where
thoughts,
I'm coming. Yeah.
Thoughts we cannot say.
My next example
There,
is going to be this.
there he is almost blind, he cannot see it.
This is something is a physical and static.
Correct.
And everyone can see that it's a stone. Agree. I just gave an example to understand the essence of the discussion.
Correct.
And my second point is, because it's not a logical one.
Yes.
Everyone knows that it's a stone, physical thing. Yes, someone has to agree.
The possibility is everybody will agree.
But if we talk about any logical discussions, psychological discussions, you need more balance to understand and then come to a conclusion.
Correct.
For example, okay, I just give an example. I visited some place. I saw a senior guy or elderly driving cab, and they respect everyone. As kind of an example that I'm giving here, we don't do that. We disrespect the labor. First thing is, the point here I'm trying to make is respect the activity, because I saw an elderly person there, an independent and individual. For his survival, he is a cab driver, he is driving. But whereas in our place, we think that no, first we have to agree that yes, they are definitely, their culture and their situation and life is different from us, agree. But doing that act, doing that activity, being a cab driver, definitely it is an appreciable, and also it's not easy for us. We think that okay, cab driving is kind of a a lower profile that we don't choose, but we to support, we bring lot many things. No, we are populated, we don't have this in our culture, and we don't do this, we don't do that, and we have all these problems, we have this, that we try to gather all these
legalize
statements.
whatever he is saying.
So the reality fact, what I would expect is definitely what should I, being a cab driver, that he still he does, and that respect that we don't find here somewhere where I visited, right? So if then that I feel that first, as a first statement, that we should agree that point, right? So that's where the discussion starts. We gather all this, the environmental, the local culture, custom. Oh yeah, because we lived in like this, so we don't respect that labor. That's why we don't do. That is different. This is different. What do you think about that? Those kind of statements?
Exactly. In this case, what happens is, if you are saying something, your experience, your genuine experience, you are genuinely and presentably you are saying it. Then, still the other person dismisses it. There is nothing.
Don't dismiss. They gather all these points.
Okay.
Population,
They
labor,
think differently.
culture, custom. No, in our culture and custom, we don't have, we don't drive. We are not, that is why we are not habituated. That's why we are not, easy to choose those kind of profile and profession.
Right. And what is this is, their cab driving you are appreciating. And this man, he doesn't appreciate because it is against our culture, that like that he is saying.
Not against, we don't do, because in our culture we don't have that kind of mindsets and capabilities, or we are not trained for that. We don't have that. No, first thing is, let's accept that they were able to do it, but we cannot.
Because you are not asking that man to do driving.
No.
But the thing is, you are bringing a fact which you appreciate in other part of the world, which we don't appreciate. You are bringing to his notice. He need not drive the cab, but still he is not prepared to accept that, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Because that is a good thing they are doing. You are appreciating. He is not able to accept it. The reason is, there are two possibilities. One is, any person will try to listen to the other person or accept the other person when he believes that he is right, he says right things, he is genuine. If that is there, he can believe. The other thing is, even if he believes that what you are saying is right, because he has invested so much in his thought process and the culture, that he doesn't want to let go of it.
Okay.
So he doesn't want to accept it. For that, he built up so many frivolous arguments which appears to us meaningless.
True.
But very meaningful to him.
Yes.
That is the reason. We will stop.
I will stop.
Our time is there.
Time.
10:35, Okay.
Yes, sir. Super.
Okay,
good.
here we
Actually, we involved.
We may continue afterwards also. Okay.
అనుకోకుండా మనం ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయిపోయాం మనం.
Yeah, right.